Close your eyes for a moment and imagine waking up tomorrow knowing exactly what to do, when to do it, and why it matters. Imagine ending your day not with regret, stress, or guilt, but with calm satisfaction and pride. The difference between those two lives is not luck, talent, or intelligence. The difference is how you plan your day. Successful people are not successful because they have more hours than you. They are successful because they respect their hours more than you do. Today, we are going to step inside the mind of successful people and uncover how they plan their day, how they protect their focus, and how they turn ordinary time into extraordinary results. Most people wake up and immediately give their mind to the world. Notifications, messages, social media, news, noise. Their day begins in reaction mode. But successful people start differently. They don't let the world decide their first thought. They decide it themselves. They wake up with intention. Even before they leave their bed, they remind themselves what matters. They don't ask, "What do I have to do today?" They ask, "Who do I need to become today?" Because they know success is not built by tasks alone. It is built by identity. Every morning is a chance to vote for the person you want to be. Successful people understand that mornings set the tone for everything. They guard the first hour of their day like a treasure. This is not an hour of chaos. This is an hour of clarity. Some reflect, some pray, some journal, some visualize, some exercise. The activity may change, but the purpose is the same: to take control of the mind before the mind is hijacked by distractions. They know that if they win the morning, the rest of the day becomes easier to win. After grounding themselves, successful people get clear on direction. They don't start their day with a long, overwhelming to-do list. They know that long lists create anxiety, not productivity. Instead, they identify what truly moves the needle. They ask a powerful question: if I could only accomplish one meaningful thing today, what would it be? That question forces clarity. That question separates busy people from effective people. Successful people focus on impact, not activity. They usually choose 3 priorities for the day, not 20, not 10, 3, because they understand a simple truth: when everything is important, nothing is important. These priorities are aligned with long-term goals, not short-term comfort. One might be related to their career or business. One might be related to health or energy. One might be related to growth or relationships. Their day is designed to build their future, not just survive the present. Time is not left to chance. Successful people don't hope they'll find time. They schedule it. They plan their day in blocks, not random tasks scattered everywhere. They assign specific times for deep work, communication, learning, and rest. They know that focus is fragile, and context switching kills momentum. When they are working, they work deeply. When they are resting, they rest without guilt. They don't mix everything together because they know a distracted mind produces shallow results. One of the biggest secrets of successful people is that they plan their hardest tasks first. They don't wait until they feel motivated. They don't postpone difficult work. They attack it when their energy is highest. They understand that discipline beats motivation every single time. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline shows up every day. By completing the most important and challenging task early, they create momentum. And momentum is powerful. Once you win early, you start believing in yourself, and belief fuels performance. Successful people also plan for interruptions. They are realistic, not idealistic. They know the day will not go perfectly. Problems will arise. Calls will come. Emergencies will happen. So they leave space in their schedule. They build buffers. They don't pack their day so tightly that one delay destroys everything. Flexibility is part of their strategy. They bend, but they don't break. Another thing successful people do differently is they plan their energy, not just their time. They know that not all hours are equal. Some hours are powerful, others are weak. They protect their peak energy hours for meaningful work, and use low energy hours for routine tasks. They pay attention to their body. They eat with intention. They move their body. They hydrate. They rest. Because they understand this truth: your productivity is limited by your energy, not your time. Successful people also set boundaries. This is hard, but necessary. They say no more than they say yes. They don't allow everyone to access them anytime. They understand that every yes to others can become a no to their goals. Boundaries are not selfish. Boundaries are self-respect. They schedule time to be unavailable. They disconnect to reconnect with their purpose. And because of that, when they do show up, they show up fully. As the day moves forward, successful people regularly check in with themselves. They don't blindly rush from task to task. They pause. They ask, am I still aligned with my priorities? This awareness keeps them from drifting into meaningless busyness. They adjust when needed. They don't let a bad hour turn into a bad day. They reset again and again. They understand that success is not about perfection. It's about correction. When evening comes, Successful people don't just collapse into distraction. They reflect. They review their day honestly, without judgment. What went well? What didn't? What did I learn? Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Without reflection, days pass but growth is slow. With reflection, even difficult days become valuable. They forgive themselves for what they didn't do, and take responsibility for what they can improve tomorrow. They also plan for rest. This is important. Successful people don't see rest as laziness. They see it as preparation. They sleep intentionally. They unwind consciously. They understand that tomorrow's performance depends on tonight's recovery. Burning out is not heroic. Sustainable success is built on balance. Now listen carefully. The power of successful people's planning does not come from fancy apps, expensive planners, or perfect routines. It comes from intention, from awareness, from respect for time. Planning is not about controlling every minute. It's about controlling direction. When you know where you're going, every hour has meaning. You don't need to be rich to plan like successful people. You don't need special connections. You don't need permission. All you need is the decision to stop living your days on autopilot. Stop reacting. Start designing. Your future is created quietly in the way you plan your ordinary days. Imagine if starting tomorrow, you woke up with clarity instead of confusion. Imagine choosing your priorities instead of letting distractions choose them for you. Imagine ending each day a little stronger, a little wiser, a little closer to your goals. That life is possible, not someday, now. So tonight, before you sleep, take a few minutes. Write down what truly matters to you. Decide what tomorrow needs from you. Choose your 3 priorities. Schedule your focus. Protect your energy. And promise yourself one thing, that you will treat your time like your life depends on it, because it does. If this message resonated with you, don't let it stay as motivation only. Turn it into action. Share it with someone who needs direction. Subscribe to Modify Yourself for more mindset-shifting content. And remember this, successful people are not born with better days. They create them, one planned day at a time. Now go even deeper, because successful people don't just plan their day once and forget about it. Planning is a living process for them. It evolves as they evolve. They understand that who they are becoming demands a different structure, a different rhythm, a different level of awareness. What worked last year may not work this year. Growth requires adjustment. And that is why successful people are not rigid slaves to routine. They are conscious designers of their time. They are very careful about how they start working. They don't jump randomly between tasks. They create a clear transition into focus. It might be a deep breath, a short walk, a moment of silence, or simply closing unnecessary tabs. This small ritual tells the brain, now it's time to create. Over time, this habit trains the mind to enter deep focus faster. They don't wait for the perfect mood. They respect the process more than emotions. Successful people also understand the danger of false productivity. Being busy feels good, but it often hides avoidance. Answering emails all day feels productive, but it rarely builds the future. Scrolling for research feels useful, but often it's just procrastination in disguise. That's why they are brutally honest with themselves. They constantly ask, is this moving me forward, or is this just keeping me busy? That honesty is uncomfortable, but it's powerful. They intentionally limit distractions. Notifications are turned off. Phones are placed away during deep work. Social media is scheduled, not endlessly consumed. They don't trust willpower alone, because they know willpower is limited. They design their environment to support focus. They remove temptation instead of fighting it. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Another key habit is that successful people plan their day around their values. If family matters, family time is scheduled. If health matters, movement is scheduled. If growth matters, learning is scheduled. Whatever you don't schedule, you silently tell your mind it's not important. Time reveals truth. Successful people make sure their calendar reflects who they truly are and what they truly care about. They also plan small wins into their day. They know that confidence is built through completion. Even on hard days, they aim to finish something meaningful. Progress, not perfection, is their focus. One step done with consistency beats 1,000 plans never executed. Small wins compound. Confidence compounds. Success compounds. When things go wrong, and they always do, successful people don't panic. They don't self-destruct with negative self-talk. They don't quit on the day just because one moment failed. They understand that emotional control is part of planning. A calm mind can always find a solution. A chaotic mind finds excuses. So they slow down, adjust, and move forward. At the end of the day, they intentionally disconnect. They don't carry unfinished stress into the night. They write down anything that's bothering them, anything unfinished, anything important for tomorrow. This clears the mind. This creates peace. They allow themselves to rest because they trust their system, and trust in your system creates mental freedom. Over time, this way of planning changes something deep inside. You stop feeling lost. You stop feeling overwhelmed. You stop feeling like life is happening to you. Instead, you start feeling in control. You start feeling intentional. You start feeling powerful. Not because everything is perfect, but because you know how to respond. Let this sink in. Your life is not shaped by big moments alone. It is shaped by how you plan your ordinary days, the way you wake up, the way you choose your priorities, the way you protect your focus, the way you end your day. These small decisions, repeated daily, quietly decide your future. You don't need to become perfect overnight. You just need to become intentional. Start where you are. Use what you have. Plan the next day better than the last. That's it. That's the path. Consistency over intensity. Direction over speed. So make a decision right now. Decide that from today onward, you will no longer live your days randomly. Decide that your time deserves respect. Decide that your goals deserve space. Decide that your future deserves preparation. Tonight, don't sleep without clarity. Tomorrow, don't wake up without direction. And every day after that, remind yourself that successful people are not extraordinary humans. They are ordinary people who chose to plan their day instead of wasting it. If this message inspired you, turn that inspiration into commitment. Write down your plan. Take action. Share this message with someone who feels lost. And stay connected with Modify Yourself, because your best version is not far away. It's waiting on the other side of intentional days.